Hey, Lev. So, I'm going to tell you something about myself. When I was in high school, I really struggled with reading in public. Like, it terrified me. Terrified me. And I really struggled with grammar, with the English portion. I was naturally gifted at the creativity and the being able to understand literature aspects and those kind of flows, but the part of like punctuation, English, that shit was not up my alley, okay? And reading was so terrifying to me. I couldn't pronounce big words. And I couldn't, like, spelling was so hard. I had what some people call the dyslexia, and I would flip words and I would flip things, and it was hard. It was hard to be a writer. Hey, sweetheart. It was hard to grow up with this disorder and be so creative, because I wanted to write and I wanted to share my work in public and I wanted to read it, but I struggled so much. So because of my weakness in these areas, I started to read like crazy. And I started to absorb information like an encyclopedia. Like, just, woo, fly. And as I absorbed it, I get to big words and I'd stumble and it made me look them up, but I still couldn't pronounce them. And so to explain what I was learning to people, I learned how to simplify it and to turn these massive, amazing concepts into a fifth grade level, so that I could understand it, they could understand it, which gave me the ability to reach more people and help shift a lot more people's understandings and realities, because I could keep things simple. When people, really smart people, start talking, a lot of people just get lost because the words are massive and they're like, I'm one of those people, I'm like, I think I need a dictionary to talk to you. I remember working on John Taylor. He's one guy that I'm going to be partnering with to teach some classes. When I was talking to his higher self, because he's super intellectual and super smart, and he has all these massive words that he uses, I was talking to his higher self, and his higher self was like talking about things that I simply couldn't pronounce, and I'm like, yeah, you're going to have to fifth grade level it for me, buddy. And he like turns to me and he's like, you're pretty simple-minded, aren't you? And I'm like, yeah. So his higher self, like, literally transformed the concepts he was trying to bring across into like a Power Ranger type version. So he like totally mocked my ability to understand these massive words, but it worked, and I totally got it because he had dumbed it down to my level. But a lot of people don't understand these big words and these big concepts, and so this weakness of mine has become my greatest strength, being able to simplify these massive subjects or these big words and bringing them into a level that people can understand. It's also helped me write in a way where people can, because I struggled with literature and everything, I really had to go through the editing process and got my ass kicked and got like serious, like, I paid $800 to have my book shredded. Like, they shredded my book, but I had the determination to finish it. And then when it was published, the publisher didn't edit it as well either. And I come from a family of like really educated people, and so it was so embarrassing to me to have my book not edited properly that I literally have boxes of it downstairs stuffed. I didn't sell it, I didn't promote it, I didn't anything. It became like this massive embarrassment for me. But now that I know what's in that book, and I know that that book actually proves that reincarnation is real, it's like that book is going to be worth so much money one day. Even with all my mistakes, it has become like physical proof to me that reincarnation is real, because I wrote the book 8 or 9 years ago, or 8 and 9 years before I actually physically discovered the life that was attached to it. I had had a vision and a dream of this lifetime, and I wrote a book about it. And obviously I added all cool stuff, just because I didn't realize it was real. But 10 years later, I actually discovered the lifetime that I was writing about. And so it was really fascinating. So again, one of my weaknesses, my lemons, became lemonade for me. So now it's one of my my most cherished belongings or projects. It's my baby. But it's forced me to become a better writer. And now my mom and my husband and those people matter to me. And so when they compliment me, it means a lot. My husband will say, by the way, babe, I read your stuff. It was really good. Like, you're getting really good. And my mom will comment on that stuff too. And that means a lot to me because before I was really insecure about my writing. I was worried about like grammar mistakes, things like that. But it's because of my weakness, I've been able to write in a way that keeps things very simple, and I can teach a topic very, very quickly and very, very simple. Not that I'm not long-winded, because I am long-winded, but it's a gift of mine, and I'm learning how to even refine it even more. But it was once my lemon. It was what embarrassed me and made me uncomfortable to be in public. And look at me now. I'm freaking like on here, no makeup, just like, yeah, you know, freaking own your shit, babes. Like, take that freaking lemon and fucking transform it, you know? Because I've been very comfortable because of my insecurities of being a public speaker and being on, you know, those kind of things. I forced myself to challenge those arenas, and now here I am, like, just owning it, you know? And that's what makes us beautiful, is taking our lemons and turning them into lemonade. So analyze your lives. Where are your lemons? What embarrasses you? Focus on those, because I promise you one day, they're going to be the coolest things about you. Anyways, thanks for listening. You have a fantastic day. What, bud? Oh, gosh. I'm going to show you a moment of parent failure right here. While I'm making this video, when we started it, he was down on the ground. But now, he is up on a fence. Yes, I must go get my son off the fence. Have a great day.